Hey everyone, just gonna see who's around, and yeah, I'm really pissed still. I'm pissed all morning, but yeah, just see what everyone else was doing, and I know that it's been really busy on other channels and things like that because of one certain person. Hey Deb from Sydney, Australia. How are you? That's a new name. Are you new here? Welcome. I just turn my video off when I'm having a cigarette because you don't need to partake in my dirty habit. Hey Kimberly, yes, new name as well. Earthbound, there's Muriel. I know, honey, it is. It's bad. I feel so bad for everyone that is a victim of this person. And so that this doesn't get taken down, I'm not going to mention last names or anything like that. Hi, Rosemary. Deb, there's a lot. If you go to Jays for Justice's link, Earthbound, are you able to reg for me for a second and put up Jay's link and I guess Diane's channel. It's called Diane's channel, and who else? John Crimes, CRYMES. No, Deb, Oni is in a lot of trouble, both statewide and federally. I'm so pissed. I don't even know where to start. It's like there's no start or finish. There's just like a whole bunch of fucking a mess. So Jay was able. Yeah. Sorry, my notification's going off like crazy because of this. Jay was able to get the call. No, Deb, he's gone underground. Although some people said they saw him on D Live. Hey, Ginger, I was going to message you to see if you wanted to come on, but I didn't know whether you'd be up or about because I spoke to you before. I just spoke to Ginger before this morning, a couple of hours ago, and I've just been freaking stewing on it since then. So some people are saying, Deb, he's on D Live still. Ginger might know. But, yeah, Jay got the 911 call, and, oh, Laura, oh my gosh, yeah, I'll get to that because a lot of people don't know this. They know I don't do the drama, but because this has now become criminal, I feel like, and a lot of my friends have been affected by it. You know, I feel like, I mean, I was lucky. I think I'm one of the lucky ones. I have my own story, but it's nothing, you know. Thanks, Earthbound. Thanks, honey. So yeah, it turns out that the 911 call, and you can listen to it on Jay's channel, was only ringing the police and doxing himself. Swatting himself. Now, if anyone doesn't know what doxing or swatting is when you give out someone's personal information, like their address, phone number, etc. Swatting, like it sounds like a SWAT team, is ringing 911 or, you know, a non-emergency line even, and reporting someone. For example, my next door neighbour, Jays for Justice, is has a weapon and is screaming and things like this, and they make all of that up. And so people have actually been shot and killed by police because a whole SWAT team will come in response to these fake calls. So only rang and he doxed himself, but he pretended to be Jay. So when they said, "What is your name?" he said Jennifer, and I won't say her last name, and her phone number. So that is how Freedom of Information Act was, that she was able to obtain that call. That's not even the start of it. I'm talking so much. I won't come on camera in a minute. If bear with me. Does anyone know how I find the how do I get the oh, it's all right, never mind, I found it. Bear with me, just a tick. Hi Bella, I haven't seen you in a while, honey. I guess I haven't been on really. Yeah, it is Earthbound, but I didn't want to have this. I might take that out. Sorry. How to? Can you retract that Earthbound? I just don't want to have this live pulled at all because I've got his photo up. If we put his last name up, I'm sure he's gonna come for it and have it taken down. So I don't. Yeah. So what was it? I always loved and followed the true crime community and moderating for a few channels, but the drama community is starting to interest me. Phoning kind of brought me to Diane's channel. I mean, for sure. For sure, it is dramatic, and just because of everything he's done, I mean, you know, that's not kind of why I watch it. But you know, anyway. So what else? What else did you do? Okay, yeah. So there was a missing girl at the end of last year, Brittany Shanks, and she still hasn't been found. But the mother, Jessica, was supposed to get. Now the figure I have at the moment is 800. Is that correct, guys? So she was supposed to collect $800 in donations that went to Oni. So on behalf of him, and he was supposed to pass that on. From what I heard, she only got $50. Yeah. Hi, I love Matali. Yes, Jay, thank you. A big thank you to John Crimes as well for being able to verify with Brittany Shank's mum that that money wasn't forwarded onto the victim's family. For me, that is the thing that makes me angriest. It's not spotting, or I mean, like everything makes me angry, but you know, to be taking money that is supposed to be for a victim's family and keeping it, you know, there is it just so. Sorry, just talking to Bridget Parker. It's just all just disgusting. And hey, Kimberly. Now, every day more people are coming forward. So, the candles that he was selling, apparently that Osaka wasn't a registered business. So I think we can add tax evasion to this long list of felonies that are misdemeanors, whatever they are, that are coming up. I'm actually just working on a little bit of not investigating, but I've just speaking to a couple of people in the US just about these charges and what can be charged and what can't. Because there's different amounts here, you know, like 300 here, 800 there. I don't know if they total that all up. And Lucky, hey, honey, I haven't seen you in ages. Life you wanted, hi. Yeah. I'm not to be confused with. If anyone wants to call in, you can. I still find that enjoyable and thing because I don't get people call in often or anything like that. Anyway, I'm not to be confused with Bridget Parker. I am Bridget Peaker. So what happened to Bridget Parker is different. What else happened? Okay, so yeah, with his candle business, his mother and his husband were doing all the work in these candles and making them in the microwave and charging $40 for them. And people were saying, sorry, just looking at True Helper's comment, that I know 2 separate police departments are investigating. Yeah, so there's probably more calls. It's quite unique, isn't it, that with the swatting, that I've never heard of anyone swatting themselves and using someone's name, you know, so that he can go back and say, oh, it was Jay who was doing all the swatting. So, Kimberly, in the beginning, I actually went back and looked in my folder, and I have the 2 videos from Oni's, from when Oni had his YouTube channel up. I'm just in the process of editing them. So he had found the case of Lauren Thompson missing in Panola County in Texas. And so that is how I got onto that. And I had started digging into that and gone onto his channel, a bit like Bridget Parker. And I had gone and done all the, like, investigating and digging and talking to people and that, all the work. And, you know, he would just have me on the show just to, like, talk about it. So there's 2 different episodes there with that. And then when I started getting deeper into Lauren's case, I kept contacting him saying, do you want to help me with this? Do you want to help me with this? Because it was not that a case belongs to anyone, but that that, you know, he had first reported on it. So I kind of was wanting to give him priority to if anyone was coming in to help. And he would just ignore me. And then I would go into chats as Miss Murder, and other people could see me and they would respond to me, but he would ignore me. Then I would go into his lives as Bridget Peaker. It was all fine. He would talk to me, answer questions. Everyone else could see me. Not a problem. So I think the issue that he had was like what Jay was saying in the beginning about, you know, just being courteous to each other if we share the same subscribers. Hey, Red Rum. Hi, honey. I miss you. Yeah, basically, Bella only went just, yeah, rogue crook through his business as well. So there was one person there that had $300 charge on her credit card and it said groceries. So he went and bought groceries with a person's credit card who had previously bought candles and charged $300 worth of groceries to her credit card. This isn't even the tip of the iceberg, honestly. Like everyone that is coming forward, you know, as far as legal things go, criminal activity, it just keeps coming and coming and coming. True Helper, yes, I am in Australia, as well as Bridget Parker. You're going to get confused between the 2 of us, Bridget Parker and Bridget Peaker. We both have channels, we both do true crime, we both live in Australia. So Felony, that is a good name. I loved the Oni, the Felony. That is perfect. Oh my gosh. So, and Jays for Justice had $3,000 drained out of her bank account last week. No proof yet as to if Oni took that, but I mean, the timing is a little bit coincidental, isn't it? And also she had bought candles and from him previously, charging $40 for a candle, and some people were saying that it would open it and it would smell like cigarette smoke. You know, that would be like if I'm selling my clothes here and smoked around them, and it's like you you just can't do that. Fine, smoke, but you know, if you're running a business and charging $40 to boot, you know, you're ripping people off there, really. Um, and Ginger, yeah, the timing is impeccable. We talked about this morning. I was kind of trying to play devil's advocate and say, what what if he didn't take that 3,000? But you know, that is the only piece where I believe there's no proof yet. Um, it does go federal lucky because I think Bridget Parker might be out because, like a lot of us, like Ginger, like me, like we're good-hearted, so we don't kind of think that we should record something or keep something in case someone does us wrong. So I think for her, had it been that she would be able to prove it, then we're going overseas. We're going, but anything over state lines, anything outside of Michigan would go to the FBI too. So if anyone needs an FBI contact, let me know. I have one. Um, so reading comments. Love Australian accent. Thank you. He has become complacent. And I'll tell you what, I'll give him something. He's got balls. Um, but how he ever thought he was going to dupe a true crime community out of all of this just has me baffled. Um, you know, so I'm not sitting here chain smoking as such, but I am just smoking and talking to Ginger Locks video before, and I went over and saw her. When did I see you last, honey? I only got back 3 weeks ago. I just spent 5 weeks in the States undercover with protection from the FBI because of that case, because of that Lauren Thompson case. So yeah, so only would ignore me on that, and you know, I just pretty much just like forgot about him after a couple of months, and didn't talk to him, and I just unsubscribed and all the rest of it because of the way he treated me. You know, it just seemed like what Jay said in the beginning is like he's in competition with all of us. And I've always said there's enough room on YouTube for all of us, you know. And when I started my channel, which was only about 10 months ago, I wanted to become a part of the true crime community in America. That was, you know, I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to start this unless I could do that. And I think I have. And I've, from the help of Jay's for Justice and Dad with the Phone, and Marissa, Molly Golightly, I was able, you know, to do that, to integrate myself into it. And now, and Oni in the very, very beginning, and John Grimes. You know, I remember the days, every day that, the first day that they started. Oh, Ma, how you going? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen anyone in ages. How's your knee? There will be a paper trail, Lucky Lou. What I'm interested in is to know what the charges are. So I was kind of in the process of, I spoke to someone in the Ottawa County, the non-emergency number today, but I have to wait until someone's in the office and that. So thank you, True Helper. I want to go live every day, but like Bridget Parker, I have chronic pain as well. And the only thing I can think with Oni, you know, that he didn't go after me or anything, is and I don't mean this in a bad way or anything, but maybe he thought I wasn't vulnerable enough. If that makes sense. I'm not trying to say that Bridget is vulnerable or anything like that, but he has a type of who he would go after. You know, if you had the money, you know, he would go after you. And it wasn't just about money. You're just taking it easy, Mum. That's good. Yeah, go easy on that knee. Did you have any feeling or hear anything that you thought odd beforehand? No, I love my Charlie. To be honest, like, I think the best of people. I don't automatically go looking for the worst, and that can be a blessing or a downfall. Bella Blue, yes, he did rip off Bridget Parker. She was supposed to get $200 for a microphone. He didn't give that to her. She went and did this is what I was saying. It's not all about money. It's what he can get from you. And it doesn't have to be money. So it could be time. It could be, and that's what he did with Bridget. And I understand how sick this made her, because being in the true crime community and having a channel and talking about such horrible things that we have to talk about, to a completely healthy person, it's hard. You know, yeah, true. Hopper, he backed away from Jay because she was becoming stronger, and you know, and I think he saw a weakness in Bridget that he could exploit. Because if you think about all the people that he's exploited or taken from, it's all women. It is people who are rich. I know I'm going off on tangents here according to the chat, but sorry, I'm just so pissed and non-focused at the moment that I'm just saying whatever comes to my fucking head. Sorry. Yeah, that he thinks that a week. Thank you. Yes. He will become friends with. Say he knows a wealthy guy. He will become friends with the wife because he knows they have money, and he knows that there's the weakness there in the female. You know, group of some vulnerability, or a place where he can a piece of you that he can exploit for his own benefit. Felony, that's going to be the new one. Someone needs to copyright that right away. Now, yes. So what was I saying? True Blue, yeah. $200 was supposed to go to Bridget Parker for a microphone. She also did all the work, all the digging, etc., on the case, and he would just take it, run with it, read it, and pretty much take credit for it. And she didn't receive half of the money that people were sending through at that time. She was watching super chats just being given and all the rest of it, and she didn't see a dime. It wasn't. He literally kept everything. So I had this question that some people had said. I think it might have been Jay. I'm not sure. Hi, Mary. My number one fan. I don't know. I don't know where Jay is right now. What time is it? 9 Eastern? No, 8 Eastern. Hang on. Is Florida Central Time or Eastern? Someone tell me. 7 o'clock. Yeah, Bella, it has to be put out there. This was one of our own community, and this is what he's been up to for the last year, and he's still at it. Eastern. Thanks, Mary. Okay, so what is it? 8. Yeah. All right. I'm glad that Jay has moved. That was a surprise. So, hey, yeah, Alexis, you can come up with these names so easily. I mean, they're perfect. Just have to remember to pause, take a puff of my cigarette so that I actually smoke it. um, so there will be more and more people coming forward with things they can tell you. I don't know. I think he has been reported to YouTube Bella, but so he'd gone over to D Live. Does anyone know? Oh, if he tries to retaliate, there are people here who won't tolerate it. Who won't tolerate it. I know Marissa is Molly Golightly is feeling very, very betrayed and sad. I can perfectly understand that. And Mary, yeah, we shouldn't. I'm sorry we have to talk about it too, but it needs to get out there that anyone who has candles from, what is it, Asaka candles, um, check your bank statements to make sure that you just want just make sure that you haven't been charged, because some people have been charged for personal items that he's bought, groceries, $300. I think there was some other ones. Omar Frazi, yes, it is the start. Who else is popping in here? Alexis, hello. Mario, hello. Did you buy a candle, Mario? Who's afraid? Ginger? Bridget? Oh, look. She's got everyone behind her, as does Jay, as does John, Akasha. Right. Yeah, so if you bought candles from um, House of Akasha, just check your bank statements to make sure that there hasn't been any money come out. It will say it should say House of Akasha on it, I think. So you can identify True Helper. Well, for starters, I've already put it out there that for Ione that tries anything more against Linear J, he would have a world of hurt coming down. Not a threat, but a promise. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not afraid of him. You know, and Marianne, you through PayPal, excellent, great. If anyone who ever bought anything from Oni or his unregistered company, check, check bank records, check your PayPal, because I don't know, you know, this is how he's doing it to make it, like an extra charge um, or anything like that. It'll be interesting to find out who took the $3,000 out of Jay's account. That's a huge amount, huge amount. I'm just going back through your being there. I don't know who that is, Marianne. I'm not sure of the situation. Earthbound, I think he will lose D Live soon. Is it his mum and Aaron have PayPal? Do they? Being there still hasn't got her candles. did he provide a tracking number, or when were they? Hey, Candace, we're just talking about one of our own true crime community only just being felonious and ripping people off in different ways, shapes and forms. Yeah, oh, it was in the mail. Okay, right, sure, Oni. Yeah, if you can't provide tracking number, a receipt, all the rest of it, you should just already have that and photograph it before you send anything out to anyone. And that's the thing that pisses me off too, is that he gives the true crime, because of all of this, the true crime community a bad name. You know, there are people out there who aren't going to be able to trust any of us that can be trusted ever again because of him. And that's good lucky if the candles never arrive. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to get a charge back than it is, through PayPal. So, Mark Rose, I wouldn't be surprised he claims him through. We call add insurance fraud to the list. I mean, he's not above anything, and to be saying that you're a victim's advocate and things like that, and you steal $800 from a poor victim's family. It's just so unbelievable. But there is a lot of support around for everyone. What else was there? Because I was writing down what different charges would be in the state of Michigan. So a person calls and doxes or swats another person. But then this is different. A person calls and doxes or swats themselves. How does the law look at that? Credit card for $300 worth of groceries, keeps $800 for themselves that was meant for another person. Someone hacks your bank account, steals $3,000. We are over $4,000 here already. If it indeed is him that took the $3,000 from Jay's account, yeah, thank you. No, I have no fear of standing behind Bridget Parker and anyone else. I have no fear of airing this or talking about it. I have no fear of him. And I firmly believe that's why I am not a victim like other people are, because I don't think that he saw a weakness in me that he could exploit. That's all I can think of. But he did a little bit in the beginning. I don't want to say completely that he did, because he did find the Lauren Thompson case, but he's happy to sit there and collect all the hard work from a case that it takes digging into a case and looking at a case, missing person or otherwise, and he's happy to just sit there and take it and read off just general, police reports. But when it comes to that nitty-gritty information that isn't reported through the media, he's happy just to sit there and take that and claim it as his own or just lap it up. Bella, no, nobody has contacted me personally because this is the first time I've come public about it. Everyone knows that I don't do the drama, but I felt like I needed to speak out about it and publicly make sure that he is held accountable for each and every one of these charges. Um, but if anyone does want to contact me with their story, they are more than welcome to. If you want to be anonymous, you can. That's fine. Yeah, Mario, she did all the work. And I know, like I said before, I know what it's like. It takes a toll on you emotionally and physically. That you're already dealing with physical and emotional stuff just from chronic pain, fibromyalgia, all the rest of it. So, I stand behind Molly Golightly too. Earthbound. My heart broke for her yesterday. She was just, you can tell she was so betrayed, and um, the fact that most of what Phony has done will surely have him charged with several felonies by my count. Yes, true. I'm trying to learn more too. And because some of it is state to state, so in Michigan, I'm not too sure. I know that Colorado has some doxing and some swatting charges that previously were misdemeanors have now been changed to felonies due to a bill that they put through last year, I think Bill 86. Don't quote me on that, 68. I'd have to look it up again, but there was. I love my tally. No, it wasn't known because Bridget was too afraid to come forward until quite recently, and I don't blame her. She really, oh, sorry, that's my dishwasher. She really didn't want to have to come forward in such a public arena, public setting. Um, and that's understandable. I mean, I'm glad she did. But like I was saying to Ginger this morning, it's kind of a little bit like the Me Too movement where, a woman is scared to come forward about something. But then when she does, look at all the other women who come forward and have something to offer, an experience that they have had with Oni as well. Yeah, Candace, she was just, you could hear it in her voice, she was just betrayed. She was like, realizing now that, people have receipts for this stuff and there is proof for it all except for the $3,000 from Jay's account. So it would be good, but that may take a while to find out who did that. And no, Bridget shouldn't be ashamed of what he did. Yeah, her heart's in the right place. She was offering to do this back when we all started. I mean, I was February, but the other guys were like about a year ago, November, December, that they were popping up, new channels, true crime channels. And I know that even then, the beginning of this year, and that she was thinking about starting her own channel. She was interested in true crime. That's how we met. It's very confusing because she's Bridget Parker and I'm Bridget Peter. And yeah, she's always had that interest and helpful nature from the very beginning. And like I said, he saw a gap there that he could get in and exploit for whatever. So for me, she's one of the biggest victims because it wasn't only money that she was supposed to get, it was also the work as well, all the work that she got no credit for and no payment for. But that that is right up there for me, along with not giving a victim's family money. That is one of the worst things to me. Karma, yeah. True Helper, is Diane's channel a part of the drama or true crime community? I heard her say drama before, but I don't remember. I don't know the answer to that, True Helper. I only subscribed to Diane's channel this morning because I wanted to hear Bridget's story. And I've stayed subscribed, but I don't know what her channel is, or I don't know if she's part of the true crime community that I haven't met. But when I say our circle, I mean like Jay, D-Wop, Molly, John, who else am I forgetting? Jay, what was it? Jay, Lish, Ione, Chaz to a little point. And that's one person who there would be possibly a male victim, because sort of, everyone's been like a female victim that he sees as weak. I do wonder though, because Chaz hasn't come forward, I don't believe, unless he's been on a channel and says something else. I know that he's not happy with Oni and he doesn't speak to Oni, but I wonder, is he a victim as well? So I would be interested in talking to him and seeing, because they were friends. I thought that they were thick as thieves, and I just hope that he didn't get victimized in the same way that a lot of you did. So. But I believe everyone. I believe Jay when I said this isn't over. This is just the beginning, and people are going to make sure that he's taken that he will pay his penance for this. And do you know what's going to happen though? That they'll charge him with a bunch of stuff. This is what I can foresee happening. They'll charge him with a bunch of stuff, and then they'll drop a lot of charges and give him a plea, which doesn't include any jail time. If we're only, I have to say only here, if we're only looking at about $4,000, then he'll get a plea deal of lesser charges on something. If it's significantly more, there might be hope that he would do some jail time, or community service, even, and probation, post-release control. I don't know. But, I mean, that's kind of like the way I see going, which is really depressing, actually. But, if we've seen where, we are the true crime community. I mean, I don't mean that just as creators. I mean as, I am a reader of or a viewer of true crime, and we know what happens, whether it's a murder or a rape or fraudulent activity. Then you always get, the 7 or 8 charges or however many there might be, and then they're dropped down to you'll just plead to 1 or 2, and that's it, which makes me sick. It's like, makes me so angry. It's like, why do you freaking try not to swear? I'm so trying not to swear. Why you freaking charge them with these charges. They're there. These laws are supposed to be there to protect you. And you charge them with them only to have them drop and plead to a lesser so that you can get people through the justice system quicker. But then that's not justice, is it? Not, at least not to the victims, it's not. Not to the people who lost money, it's not. Not to the people who became sick, physically sick, like Bridget, because of it. Yeah, thanks, Bella. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. See, this is why I've got less than 1,200 subscribers, because I don't do drama. I could do the drama and have, I don't know, 5,000 subscribers, but I don't. The only reason I did get involved, yes, is because some of my friends have been victims of this, and it is now a legal issue. Not so much a dramatic issue. Well, it is. I guess it is drama, but I mean that's just because of who it is and who did it, and that. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. All right, go with me on this. He's taking all of this money, right? But I think it was Jay who said it might have been, and if he's done it to her, he might have done it to other people where he's asked if he could loan money, and people have loaned him money, and he has paid it back. I think they did say he did pay it back, but I was thinking, all right, he's taking all of this money, all right, so he can't pay his rent, and so he borrows his money to pay his rent, and he's taking all this money. What the fuck is he? Sorry, what the hell is he? What the hell is he spending it on? Can someone please tell me? Because he needs money for his rent as well, so he borrows that. He does it the right way, and he borrows it and he pays it back like any normal freaking non-sociopath would do. But he's taking all of this other money as well. So what is he doing with it? Any ideas? True helper, this is good. This is the stuff I wanted to know. This is what interests me. Multiple counts of theft by deception, cyber fraud, so the FBI can come in for that one. Identity theft, yeah. Right, so identity theft, so that would be saying that his name is Jennifer, right? So that would be, I think that's what you're referring to, which can easily be felony courts among a slew load of other misdemeanors since it was over $500. Right, okay. So I'm just trying to think, because I have been dealing with like Texas laws a lot, so I think it was like the next charge I've seen on different rap sheets is like over $1,500 and over $10,000. So I don't know what the amounts are, because they're going to have to. They can't just put this all together and say it's like $4,100 or whatever. They're going to have to do these separately. So that $300, he might not be able to be charged for that. Hair extensions on his own selfish wants. Hey, Laura. Well, my husband said, this was his theory, that he needed it to continue a lifestyle he couldn't afford. And I said this to Ginger this morning, mate, like, to continue having a fabulous lifestyle. It all costs money to have a fabulous lifestyle or to look or be fabulous. Could it be that? Be that. Clearly he's a sociopath. Clearly he only cares about himself. So, and he's a good-looking guy. So maybe it's that. Because I'm thinking, well, okay, so if you're loaning the money from people to get your rent sorted, why? I just wonder. Because you're borrowing from people too, So plus everything that everyone gave him because they didn't know any better. You know, all the money I can't even begin to know like how much in super chats and stuff he was ever donated. It just blows my mind, you know. I'm like, I received a super chat from Mary, not Mary, the other Mary. Well, she gave me $10, and I'm like, so my mind can't comprehend that, you know, that people are here going, here, have $100, even though you should take, I don't know, I've made $28 for a year, so, you know, even though YouTube takes 60% or 40% or whatever it is, it's still a lot of money if people are throwing $100 here, $100 there, and I know some of them are. And these are the other targets he was after, Barbie and Yamana. You know, I would see, was it Jomana? Sorry, Jomana. But you know, just because I don't comment on that, it doesn't mean I don't see it. I've seen it. You know, in various places for various what do you call it? Created. Oh, oh, good night, Alexa. Good night, Gracie. I honestly thought he lived in a really expensive apartment and was well off with all the expensive makeup he had. Yeah, I had that perception too, Opa. I think a lot of us did. No one should feel stupid for doing something in their intrinsic nature, like giving to him or trusting him. That just don't. You know, that doesn't say anything about you. It's tells us just all about him. And what determines if he's charged by state as opposed to federally? Bella Blue. So if he took money from someone in a different state and it's across state lines, I think that is when the FBI get involved. Correct me if I'm wrong. Robbed Peter to pay Paul. That's a good theory, Tally. Yeah. Wire fraud. So wire fraud is, yeah, where the FBI will come in. That's federal. That's correct, earthbound. Bella, I think he and Erin do live with his mother, you know. So if they're splitting the rent there or whatever, I don't know if he's paying for his mother or not. I don't care. But you know, assumedly you would think that she would share costs. So there he doesn't need as much money to live, but apparently he does because he has to borrow it or steal it. So I'm like, what now? I'm interested about the swatting. I've never heard of anyone swatting themselves, so I'm just wondering if swatting law applies to him or is it just identity theft because he said he was someone he wasn't. Be interesting to know what that specific charge is in the statute. Sorry, my chat is really lagging behind, so I have to go back to StreamYard. Yes, Omar, we need some twisties. Hi, Serene. You know, the RICO Act. I don't know anything about that. Thank you. I'm going to write that down and have a look at that. All four are on government benefits. Possibly. Could be doing government fraud as well. Omar, 4 people? Who's the 4th person? There's Oni, and there's his husband Aaron and his mother. They live in a 2-bedroom apartment. No one works. Squatting does happen in Australia, but not to the same degree. It's usually between gaming communities, but not to the same degree that it does in America. One guy in California this year got 20 years for squatting. So if Oni thinks that the law hasn't caught up on it, he's wrong. Now, who do we think called CPS? Who got called CPS? Was it Makeup Mobster? Okay, three people. Calling himself on Jay is for justice. I agree, Bella. No adult chooses to live with their parents unless they have to. Maybe it is that he just doesn't have the money to live the lifestyle that he wants to live, that he's become accustomed to. That could be it. I'm sure if it was alcohol or drugs, we would notice being so public. So I kind of ruled that out. Yeah. I mean, I could try tomorrow because it's Sunday there, so I could try Monday morning your time, which will be midnight here. I could try giving my FBI contact a call and asking him if he can refer me, or not me, but refer to anyone, if that helps. I don't know, but you would get charged here. The AFP don't tend to muck around here, so yeah. There are very few states that have actual sporting laws. However, there are multiple laws that are applicable when knowingly and willingly wasting police resources for making false calls. Yes, so at least there's that. I'm not sure about spotting laws in Michigan. Yeah, I'm not sure about those, but yeah, wasting police resources, that could be a charge as well. But, it will be interesting to find out if he made other calls, if there are other calls out there that people are able to grab by FOIA. So he was outed for previously calling the cops on another creator, because I haven't seen any proof, any receipts or anything until now. About things, and I mean, I believe Bridget, because I was there. I know what she was doing, and she offered to do research for me. So I absolutely know she's telling the truth. Absolutely. This is before she started a channel, and I had just started mine. I didn't kind of know where it was going or what I wanted to do with it or how I wanted to work it. But absolutely, she's 100% telling the truth. So that's all I have today. I am trying to catch up on everything that's happening. Now, CPS was called on Laura the same day as Oni called on himself. Laura needs to see if she can get a FOIA on that the same way Jay did for her, because she can request it, and if it's not in relation to her, I mean, if it is her name in the call, though, I'm pretty sure they would give it to her, just like Jay did. Oh yeah, we will stick together, Mary. Absolutely. And okay, there's another thing there. If I've heard Oni's going to team up with Grey Hughes, that's going to be a shitstorm in itself. That's going to be a fucking disaster. Excuse my French. I can't not swear, because you know what? Those two deserve each other. I'll save that for another freaking episode, I tell you. Thank you for coming in, guys. I think that's the most I've ever had in a live. Yay! So excited. But why for? Yeah, Earthbound. Yeah, I'm banking on that one. I'm hoping because that means we'll get the FBI in. So yes, the hotline, different story. Yeah, Earthbound. Yes, we need to keep an eye out for Gray. He may be a problem. He very may well be. I've had my own run-ins with him. I'll have to find out from you, Ginger, what you meant like with the hotline. So I'll ask you a non-emergency number. I think. Great and funny. Oh my God. I can't even. I can't. If they just get together, if they start collabing, I don't think I'll just resign from YouTube and just go to bed permanently. Thanks for coming in, guys. I'll try and come back tomorrow.